Hi guys, in today's slide we are going to discuss about particulate nature of matter. Under it we are going to talk about the crystalline and amorphous of substance too. So in first period, at the end of this period, you should be able to explain the atomic structure of matter. You should be able to determine the thickness of oil molecules. You should be able to state the kinetic theory of matter, and you should be able to explain the evidence of molecular nature of matter. So, particulate nature of matter. Uh, since we all know that matter consists of atoms, combination of two or more atoms gives molecules. So, it is these molecules that made up of matter. And matter is anything that has mass and occupies spaces. So as a result of that, we want to just look at the properties of matter which makes it to relate to uh, particles. When we are talking about particles, what we really mean by that is just a tiny piece of substance. And what are the particulate nature of matter? The particulate nature of matter is just that they behave in such a way that they behave in like matter and they behave like a particle. Let's take for example now oil film. When we have an oil film and we are about to measure the thickness of an oil film, we drop a little oil on surface of liquid and we pour a little powder on it. So what we do is we allow this oil to spread over the surface of this liquid. Then we measure the area covered by this oil, and we use that to determine the thickness of it. Remember from our mathematical knowledge, we have volume as area times thickness. So in order to find this thickness of this oil film, all we just need to do is we divide the volume by the area of the film, and that's that concerning thickness of molecule. Let's use this one as example one. Question number one: a drop of oil of volume 10 raised to power minus 10 meter cube spread out on water to make a circular film of radius 10 raised to power minus 1. What is the thickness of the film? Now solution. First, remember that the volume of oil given to us is 10 raised to power minus 10. How to calculate area of oil film? We use formula for calculating surface to calculate area of a circular object, because it's going to spread in form of circle on top of this water. So we use pi r square, where r is the radius and pi is 22/7, as we all know. Then remember from the question we have been given the radius of the oil. We have been given the radius of the oil to be 10 raised to power minus 1. So to calculate the area now, we just use 22/7, which is our pi, times 10 raised to power minus 1 raised to power 2, that is pi r square. Then press that one from your calculator. All you're going to have is 22/700, because we have 1/100 times 22/7. Then therefore our area is 0.0314 meter square. Now to find the thickness, now remember I told you that thickness is volume divided by area. Our volume is 10 raised to power minus 10 divided by 0.0314. Got? Therefore our thickness is going to be 3.18 times 10 raised to power minus 8 meter. And that's all concerning example 1. Now example 2. Now let's use this one as our example 2. Example 2, we have a drop of oil of volume 2.3 times 10 raised to power minus 4 meter cube spread out on water to make a circular film. First off, if the thickness of the oil is 1.4 times 10 raised to power minus 7 centimeter, find the radius of the oil film. Solution. Now the volume given to us is 2.3 times 10 raised to the minus 4 meter. But we were given the thickness in centimeters, so we need to convert it to what? Meter, by dividing it by 100. If we divide it by 100, which means that we are going to have 1.4. We are going to have 1.4 times 10 raised to the minus 9 for the thickness. Now from that, remember the formula for the thickness is volume divided by area. If it is volume divided by area, therefore volume given to us is 2.3. Then we find the area using pi r square, or you can use pi d over 2. From that, now using that same formula, you have your thickness to be 1.4 times 10 raised to the minus 9 equals to the volume, which is 4 times 2.3 times minus 4 divided by d square, which is 22/7 times d square. Then make d the subject of the formula. We have our d square to be 4.7 times 10 raised to the minus 6. Find the square root of 4.7 times 10 raised to the minus 6. We are going to have our d to be 0.0022. Remember that diameter is 2 radius. Therefore, making radius the subject, you need to divide the diameter by 2. Therefore, radius equals diameter divided by 2, and you have it to be 0.011 meter. Now, let's discuss the kinetic theory of matter. The kinetic theory of matter is based on the following. 1. State that matter is made up of molecules. I said it earlier on that, molecules is made up of atom. Combination of two or more atoms give us molecules, while combination of two or more molecules give rise to matter. Molecules are in a rapid motion, which means that they are always in motion. Though the motion may be very small, especially in solid, because they are just vibrating within their self, but all molecules are always in a rapid motion. Molecules experience force of attraction, that is, they are attracted to one another. The general property of matter, one of them is matter is made up of tiny particles, molecules or atoms. Matter occupies spaces. Matter possesses inertia, mass or weight. Matter exerts pressure. Now, at the end of this first period, you should be able to solve these questions. Give brief description of atoms. Atoms are the smallest particle, which comprises of proton, neutron, and electron. Proton is positively charged, neutron is neutrally charged, electron is negatively charged. It is electron that is counterbalancing the positively charged of neutron. For every natural substance or atom, they are always neutral, because the amount of electron equals to the amount of proton, so they neutralize one another. Difference between solid, liquid, and gas, we'll talk about that one in second period. At the end of this one, you should be able to explain AMORPHOUS and CRYSTALLINE. Now let's discuss the evidence of molecular nature of matter. We have 3 evidence for the molecular nature of matter. The first one is the Brownian motion, the second one is law of definite proportion, and the third one is diffusion. The fourth one is osmosis. What is Brownian motion? Brownian motion is named after a scientist called Robert Brown. Yes, Robert Brown. So what this man believed was that all particles in both liquid or gas are always in random motion. They are always in random motion. Just as if you pour some particles in water, and now use your hand to just disturb it, they'll be moving in the direction of the water, which means that they are always in a random motion. That type of motion is random motion. We have different type of motion. We have rectilinear motion, we have circular motion, oscillatory motion, and we have random motion, in which the direction is not specified. So that's that concerning Brownian. What he believes is that all particles, they are in random motion. Then the law of definite proportion, it says that the chemical compound is always made up of the exact same proportion of element by mass. That's all on law of definite proportion. But on diversion is just the movement of anything. Example, atom, ions, molecules from region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. They move gradually from where they are more, they spread out so that they won't be, their concentration will be less. So that's what that one is saying. While osmosis is when a substance crosses a semi-permeable membrane. When they cross semi-permeable membrane, especially in liquid. So that's that concerning osmosis. So now let's discuss about the state of matter. We have three states of matter. We have solid, liquid, and gases. Solid state. Matter in solid state maintains a fixed volume and shape, which means that they have definite volume, definite shapes, and they are tightly packed together, which means that the movements in solid are very minimal. They don't move because they are tightly packed together, they are bound together. So the force of attraction between them is very high. They only vibrate within the region in which they exist. Then we have liquid state. Matter in liquid state maintains a fixed volume too, but has a variable shape. They only adapt, they occupy the shape of the container in which they are. So which means that their shape depends on the container which is contained, which is keeping them. So particles in this liquid move freely a little bit. They move freely compared to the solid. They move freely a little bit. Gaseous state. Matters in gaseous states has both variable volume and shapes, adapting both to fit in the container too, just like that one too. So particles in this one are not closely packed at all. They are very free, so they move freely. They move freely in the container. So let me discuss about the crystalline and amorphous. We have crystalline materials and we have amorphous materials. What is crystalline materials? The crystalline materials, they are always associated with solid. They have well arranged lattice. They have a very well arranged lattice. Example of crystalline solid are diamond, metal, salt, etc. Especially if you want to know how crystalline are arranged, just like the way we always when we are building our, the way we stock block side by side to one another. So that's how they are always arranged, which means that they are well arranged. Why amorphous, they are not well arranged, they are not well defined, they lack well defined shape, they do not have geometrical shape, so they are non-crystalline. They do not have edge like that of crystalline. Example of amorphous is glass, gel, plastic, polymer, wax, thin film. So that is that concerning crystalline and amorphous. So at the end of this class, you should be able to attempt this assignment. Properties of matter which are common to all of them. So they occupy spaces, they have mass, so on and so forth. Crystalline and amorphous. In crystalline, they are well arranged. They are substance that their lattices are well arranged. They have very well defined geometrical shape. While amorphous, it does not contain well arranged substance. The kinetic theory of matter too, and do the little calculation that is under it. So when we meet online, we discuss more on this topic. Thank you.